Yo, what's up, gamers? Today's video is an educational commentary on the one and only Interchange. Hope y'all learned something new and have a better grasp on the map after this video. And if y'all do, you already know to like and sub. Without further ado, let's roll the video. But it's fine. When you get this spawn, there's a player spawn right in front of you, right here where I'm looking currently right now. There's also a player spawn to your right over on this side. This little sector right over here. Looks pretty clear. This is why long range is really good on this map. There's also a player spawn right over here. They normally run inside though, or run towards power, so you're normally chilling. The player spot in front of you that's highly congested is the one right here. There's also a player spawn up here. So from this spawn, if you want to rush Kilo, you go for a tracksuit. You run up through Goshen. By the way, we're on the back of Ollie's side right now. This is back Ollie by Amercom. You want to go back of Goshen, which is this warehouse right in front of me right here. It's right in front of, this is Goshen, that's Ollie. You want to go back of Goshen. There's also a player spawn. Whenever the players spawn towards power, whenever a player spawns towards power over this yonder over this way, they normally come running up through here if they're not going to camp power. It looks like they're camping power, or they might be going towards Idea. So we're going to take a left and go back through Goshen. I hear shots currently right now towards the front of Ollie. So that just be aware there's probably gamers in the front of Ollie right now. Go back through Goshen towards Secret. Gonna close this door behind us. Yeah, sounds like there's a bunch of shots at the bottom of Ollie. I'm gonna be in Secret right now. I'm gonna check to see if power's been hit. Power has not been hit because the green safe room, or the exfil 05 on the top right of my screen, is not green. So we're gonna hit that button right there. That turns off all the alarm. Nobody knows that the power has been hit. Whenever it does activate, it'll start making really loud beeping alarm, and we're gonna go up through Secret. You want to peek this angle right here. There's a lot of players that hold this cheeky angle right here, where it's like a little it's a little step up. So you want to look right here for a couple seconds. Always close the doors behind you so other players are not aware that you've been through this area. You got a scope. You want to look down this way, see if you see anybody. Right over here. If you don't have max strength, you're not going to be able to jump on these boxes, so it might be a little bit difficult for you. Here, a bunch of shots towards the middle right now, so that's where we're going to push currently right now. I'm not seeing anybody in tech light, but that doesn't mean somebody's not in tech light. Yep, I just heard metal. That means somebody just came up tech light. Looks like a juicy boy just came up. Drop the juicy boy. He killed a player, so we should be chilling. Take all of his loot. With the rest of this bitch. These PSUs are pretty expensive and it's a good space filler. Don't see any high value tech loot. Somebody's running to my left towards a big bay window. So since we got a validate, we're going to try to play this long range. We're going to try to position ourselves back over yonder this way and hopefully try to run towards Figara. You can get up there without max, really? We're going to take a cheeky angle right here. If you hold C and then crouch, use your scroll wheel to go up, it'll make your character slightly go up. So we're just scanning, slicing the pie, seeing if we see anybody else. It's a possibility that was a scav running. I don't believe it was a scav though, so I think we're gonna have a player. We are good with the tech light loot, so we're gonna reposition ourselves. We want to reposition ourselves. Is this face shield messed up? No, but his ears are messed up. We will probably swap our face shield for this exfil. Just so one, we have more space. There's a scav right beside me, I just heard. Take a couple steps. I think it's a scav. There's a scav that spawns right here. I'm currently in Fagar right now. Oh no, that's a player.
Земляк, мы стрелять
не хотим, мы
так наблюдаем.
He just has a pilgrim on, I think. Yeah, we got him. Check to see. I heard while that scav was shooting me, I heard wood. Scav has a pilgrim on too. Killa is currently dead right now. There's also another scav back here somewhere. I don't know where he went. Yeah, Killa's Dunskies. Gonna reload, repack our mags. It's a good spot to dump your own loot or to hide in these trash cans. Very hard to see in there. Put this exfil on. There we go. It's also a good spot to pack your mags and everything. I mean, let's do water first. There was a lot of shots down here. I'm pretty sure. What's up with all these scavs drop shining? I'm pretty sure that was just the guy fighting Crypto. If we didn't have Juicy McJuicygans, there's a scav down there. If we didn't have Juicy McJuicygans come up to Techlight, we would have pushed this guy. So we're gonna push down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna check these tech spawns real quick. This is currently German. It's right across from Mantis. It has a couple tech spawns. One being right here, RAM right here, LCD right here. Sometimes there's graphic cards in here. A lot of times there's Tetrises. Really good tech spawn loot right here. Alright. Now what we're gonna do, since Killa's already dead, we're not too worried about him. Power's not on. This is a big POI where I'm running right now, so unless you haven't cleared this out, I would suggest not running this way. Suggest running around through like Avocado and such. This is Rasmussen. Looks like it's already been picked to pieces though. Normally there's a lot of good tech loot in here on the side of the walls right here. Like right there, that's some wires. And on this side, and also on the middle of these tables. You can get graphics cards, you can get Tetrises, you can get a lot of stuff. It's a dead player. I think that's what that juicy boy killed. Right here is Texo. There's a bunch of good tech loot. Don't forget this spot right here. It's definitely a good spot right there. GM count. And like right here, he missed the GPX, which is worth a pretty penny. On these walls right here, and looks like there's no graphics cards or no Tetris or anything. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, we're currently running from Texo, running through furniture. The store is called Furniture. Running through furniture, and we're gonna go turn on power. We're currently in secret hallway, bottom of secret hallway right now. Like I said, you always want to keep these doors closed, man. It prevents other players from knowing where you're coming from or where you came from. We are going to, that's some BS. That's some good ammo right there. 545 AK. These little duffel bags right here. So if you're ever needing food, you can always hit these duffel bags up. Like this MLI rice, screws, and a hump bag. Yep, perfect. Hump bag. I'm gonna put this gazelle in here. Hopefully a lucky scav gets that. But that's what we mainly wanted, was that hump bag. Alright. Another good food spawn if you're hungry. It's right here. There's another good food spawn right here. Food spawn's right here as well. All right, from here, our PK already wore off. We're gonna pop another one. So we're gonna go back in the back of Goshen where we came from initially. There's always a bunch of food spawns. There's not really a bunch of water spawns, but there's always food spawns. Scav behind me somewhere. There we got him. There's always a bunch of food spawns. If you're on the Chichanka quest, it's a perfect spot to get all these little small Chichankas and the big Chichankas as well. It's a really good spot. See, we got some pineapple juice or some milk, some dirty milk right here. The big Chichankas always spawn here too. So if you're ever looking for these food items, they're always on these back walls in Goshen. You could always find them. It's a good spot to find them. So now we're in the back. I normally call this the central Goshen, back central Goshen. There's a scav that spawns here a lot, right here in this little corner. So be careful right there. I normally call this back central Goshen. It's like got this big center thing right here. And whenever you come to back central Goshen, this right here, this goes downstairs into the basement. I call this puzzle piece. If you go to the right, that goes to Intercom extract. If you go to the left, this goes to if you go to the left, this goes to power. This is where we want to go. On our way to power, we can hit a couple duffel bags and get a little bit of loot. Get a packer mag real quick. So this is a big POI spot, boys. Big POI. There's a bunch of campers that camp right where we're running to. So be very careful. So when I come out of Goshen, the first spots I look for, as soon as I come out of this little grate area, you want to look for this spot right here. Because there's people that watch this spot. You want to look right here. There's people that watch this spot all the time. And then you come around. If you have a scope, hopefully you have a scope if you're playing Interchange, you want to look at this big red crate right here. I'll run up it and I'll show you it in a second. This big red crate, a bunch of people camp there. Once that's clear, you're going to come over this way, look through this box, get the right angle peek. You want to scan on top of power. This little blue and white, blue and white building is power. Scan on top of here. Also look in these little crevices of these holes. People can be right there as well. You also want to look, there's a stash along this blue fence. At the very end of this blue fence, there's a stash right there. People also camp there and also in the main power grid. All right, so we're gonna run down. We're gonna go straight over this stash while you have your head peeked to the left to see if you can see any movement. I didn't see any movement, so we might be chilling. And we're gonna hit this stash so we can get our stamina back up. Since we're at the stash, we're gonna eat another humpback. Look, we got another one. We got cord, LPS, GCH. Sometimes this brings really good loot, sometimes it doesn't. Just all depends. We're gonna drink the hot rod for now. All right, after we come from the stash, this is metal. Be wary about that. So they're gonna be able to hear you from far away. We're gonna run back over here. There's a couple of spots you can loot, like a couple of toolboxes and black boxes right here. Spawn's pretty decent loot. If you do some stash runs, there's always lunch boxes, some other weapon parts and stuff like that. Also a toolbox right here. I don't normally run razors, so I normally just run GGSHs. Look at that. Thermostat, 2 screws. Those screws are worth a lot. We're going to dump these humpbacks. Another toolbox right here. Sometimes they've got really good loot. Sometimes they don't. It just all depends. Now here's another extract, boys. This right here is car. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's not. When you're running this way, you want to check this office area into power. Just like right here, there's a What's up with these scavs and their drop shotting skills, dude?
Come on, boys, put the fucking lead in them.
It's 3,000 rubles to take that extract. And it takes, I think it's about 30 seconds. I can't remember. When you're in here, you want to clear this office room first. You want to look up this side to clear as much as the pie you can to your right side, because you always want to have the right angle peek. Clear the right side, have this door to your back. Once you have that, you want to immediately look up here, because there's a bunch of people that do this little cheeky shit right here. They'll just sit here and just wait. They'll have their back against the quarter, and they'll just wait for you to come in this door, or that door. And they can't really see you from here, but you can see them. While you're here, you want to loot these computers. There's a computer right there. There's a computer right here. Cap, SSD is actually pretty decent in wires. Close this door while we loot. There's the last computer that everybody forgets about. This one right here. All right. After that, there's also a jacket you can loot in here. It's got some pretty decent keys. And none currently. Keep that right there. All right, perfect. There's also a couple more jacket spawns right here. Pack our mag while we loot these jackets. So it looks like these jackets have already been looted, to be honest with you. So whoever spawned here failed to turn on power. Got a G phone, matches. There's also a couple toolboxes. Another thermostat. That's another 50k. Another toolbox right here. Some screws and another toolbox right here. That gauge. That gauge is actually worth a lot. And a keg tape. Alright, which one? See where our PK's at. You always want to have a PK when you're running away from here, because there's a bunch of campers. You want to look down this way down over here. Make sure you ain't got no campers with some gnarly scopes. Put this bad boy on. And W key out of here. So you want to keep your head on a swivel, boys. Keep your head on your swivel when you're running through here. This is the fastest way to get to medical. And I'll show you the key. If you're unaware, I'll show you the key that we're running to currently right now. It's a very good key. It spawns Ledexes. It spawns defibs. A bunch of decent medical loot right now. Go to Center Goshen. I have really high endurance and strength, so it might take you a couple spurts to run this. Alright, close these doors. It really doesn't matter if you close the doors at this point in the raid. People are going to assume that you're pretty much everywhere. Mainly on the beginning of the raid is where you need to worry about closing doors and such. Come all the way up through secret, like we ran through last time. Check this little cheeky angle right here. We're up at the top of secret. You want to look towards tech light. I hear somebody running to my right. It's a possibility it's a scav though. I'm unaware. We just want to keep our head on a swivel. Look to your right, because there's a bunch of people that hang out in urban. Player scavs should have spawned in by now, so we need to be aware about that. Come in here. Unlock this door. That's a scav. There's a scav that runs around. Alright, and this is our medical loot. Look at that. We got a Tetris. First raid, boys. Not a Tetris, a Ledex. God dang it. We got a Ledex. Got some ibuprofen, a hemostat, a loose splint, and that's about it. You drink this milk, have a little bit of snack time. We're gonna eat that. Oh my god. Somebody. I did not hear him at all, dude. GG's. He's a scav player. I did not hear him at all. Wow. Okay. Do we have a painkiller? Another player scout. There might be another one, so be wary. Not that bad. Alright. After we get done looting, they didn't have anything for interest for us to take. By the way, that Ultra Med is a very big POI, boys. So you want to be wary about that spot right there. There's always player scavs. There's always players pushing that, so be careful. So after you loot Ultra Med, if you're pretty late in the raid, it's 13 minutes left in the raid. Normally everybody's extracted by now. If you have this card, you can hit it for an extraction. If you don't have this card, there's a scav right here. Yeah, you should book it. If you don't have this card, it's perfectly fine. You can go take Railway or you can take Intercom. Railway is the front of Ultra, the way we were just looking towards that scav. If you do have this card, it's very useful and you don't have to really worry about extract campers. It's this card right here. It's called 11SR key card. It goes for about 1.5 to 2 mil, maybe 2.5 mil, just depends. But this card will literally save your booty hole. I promise you, it will save your butt to extract campers. All right? It's called 11SR, Object 11SR key card. All right? Go down to this little toilet and burger, hit 11SR, swipe the card, and go out of the room. And this is burger, by the way. It's right across from pizza, where we just came from. And you have burning barrel right here. So after you swipe that, run down burning barrel escalator. Go into brutal and kibba. If you have brutal and kibba keys, you can unlock it. If you don't, you can run down the hole that way, which I'll show you in a second to extract. I've got these keys, so we're gonna hit it. Notice that the alarm's off. We turn that off at the beginning of the raid, so we don't have to listen to an annoying alarm going off left and right. The advanced tube is worth like 80k right there. We're gonna take that. We have UFM. It's not really worth that. Raptor Gray charging handle is worth a lot. MPX drum is worth a lot. Those aren't worth a lot. Troy M-Lock, not worth that much. We only have a little bit of spaces though, so we can't take too much. EKP, we're gonna hold on to that. It's not worth a lot. That's got AP 6.3 ammo. That's worth a lot. The Ultra is worth quite a decent bit. We're gonna see what we can do. I stand corrected. 11SR keycard. This keycard right here for the extraction is currently 2.6 million. I stand corrected. It's a lot of money. All right. We're gonna pack this mag. I hear a scav behind us. Hopefully it's a player scav. We hear a door open, we need to turn around and pop him in the head. Yep, that's what we were waiting for. Heard that door open and popped him in the head. Knives. He's got some apple juice that we need. We'll use that apple juice. Alright. Let's take our rig back. We have a 2-slot. Let's take this BWS and let's get out. Alright. Now when you leave out of here, you want to run to the left. You want to bob and weave because there's a lot of campers that like to hold this. When you come down here, you want to check this corner right here. There's a lot of campers that hide right there. You're going to run towards these lights to your left whenever you come down a hole in the ground. There's a hole in the wall right here. When you come in here, there might be campers, so you want to come up in here. check right here because there's a lot of people that'll just sit here, wait for you to loot, and just pop you in the head. Fortunately enough, we got a lion, which is worth a lot of money, so we're going to drop both these PSUs. We're going to configure some loot real quick. Take that lion. There's a badge right there. This NT suppressor is actually worth a lot. Take that. Search these crates real quick. We're going to drop this G phone. We are going to drop... let's see. Actually, we're going to configure this. I'm going to put this on here. So we can take this bottle of whiskey. There's some mayonnaise that actually goes for... I think it's 10K. It's not too much. Actually going to drop this CPU for the mayonnaise. Hit this last crate. This last crate, every single time, always has a lunchbox in here. So you're always have a lunchbox when you come in here, right? It's a anti-dragon, pretty decent. And then a lot of the times you'll have Aquamari. So if you ever need Aquamari, I have like 30 of them from this card. So drink your Aquamaris. This goes to kill a stash, object 14, which I unfortunately can't show y'all right now because we have 6 minutes left in the raid. I will show y'all in another video if y'all are interested. But to power this bad boy up, it opens up a room way over yonder that way, and you're able to hit it for a little bit more weapon parts and such like that. There's a possibility of a slick spawning in there. I've never seen it spawned in there, but people say, I don't know. I can't confirm if it's a possibility or not, but I hear it is. So we're going to go with that. Take that as you will. You lock the door, get the extract, and we're done. If it is the safe room exfil, if you look at it and it's red, somebody's already taken it and you're unable to take it. You can only take this extract once. Once somebody takes it, you're done. You're unable to take it as a scav. You can only take it as a PMC. If you take it as a scav, you'll probably get stuck in there and you'll probably have to disconnect. But that was a pretty decent raid. Let's check out the loot skis, boys. So that was a pretty decent raid. We got a lion, got a Ledex, SSD, some ibuprofens, an AK-103. Could have had a gazelle. Didn't really want to trade my armor in for it. But yeah, pretty decent raid. So that's Interchange in a nutshell. That's how I play Interchange. That's how I make a lot of my money. If you like the video, please, please, please smack that like button, smack that sub button for the next video. I'm hopefully going to do videos once every week. Whenever I get in the grind of things, whenever I start figuring everything out, I'll start publishing more videos for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Smack that like button, smack that sub button again, and we'll see you next time. And also, yo, check out my Twitch, twitch.com/JoshTip. I love you. I'll see y'all next time.